Hey everyone, this is Joe with Southeastern Frontiers, and today I'm exploring the Goldsmith-Schiffman Nature Preserve near Huntsville, Alabama. The Goldsmith-Schiffman Wildlife Sanctuary is 375 acres of bottomland hardwood habitat interspersed with open fields and former farmland that is home to an abundance of bird species. This hike explores some of the more than 3 miles of trails that wind through this sanctuary. I started at the parking area off of Taylor Road and hiked along the Hidden Spring Trail to the Jobala Haven Beaver Pond and Observation Point. I then took the Deer Run Trail across the open meadows to the Gravel Bar Side Trail, which takes you over to a branch of the many-channeled Flint River. After watching the river for a bit, I continued along north on the Deer Run Trail until reaching the Greenway Bridge just before the A.J. and June Branham parking area. This stretch was a lovely walk through open forest that looked like parkland. It was very pretty. I then turned around and followed the Primitive Trail through hardwoods, swamplands, and across grassy fields until I returned to the Jobala Haven Observation Point and Beaver Pond. This stretch was more challenging than the outbound stretch due to the trail being less maintained, and in fact out in the meadows it was just a walk through tall grass. I was a little later than I had planned at starting this hike, so I probably missed some of the wildlife, but I did manage to observe a great blue heron, a raccoon, a pair of falcons, and a number of ducks and ducklings. In addition to hiking, these trails are open to mountain biking, but no pets or motorized vehicles are allowed. This is the Goldsmith-Schiffman Nature Preserve parking area. Right here, there's a little sign over here and some picnic benches. And this is where we're going to start our hike today. All right, we've just gotten started. We're heading in. Going to be keeping our eyes peeled for some wildlife. Some nice open meadows out here. The sign here says Jobala Pond and Haven. A great gray heron flew away just as I walked up. I didn't quite capture it on film. There's a duck swimming. Wow, look at this beaver dam. Very cool. Nice little bridge over the creek here, just below the beaver dam. The Goldsmith-Schiffman Nature Preserve is a mix of forested areas and open meadows like these that are meant to provide a sanctuary for wildlife amidst the rapidly growing city around it. And you can often see an abundance of across a little creek there. You can often see an abundance of deer and aquatic birds, ducks and geese and herons. So we're going to see what we can see today. All right, we have come to a Y in the trail here. Apparently, according to the sign, what I was on there was the Deer Run Trail. And I don't know what the word is for this trail. I can't make it out. Anyway, this one goes off through the woods, so we're going to go see where it goes. All right, this is one of the braided channels of the Flint River. There's several channels of it in this area as it meanders through this valley, and this is one of them. What a pretty place. Very nice. Off in the distance back there, you can see one of the bigger channels of the Flint River. It is flowing quickly way back there in the background. The trail crosses this this braided stream here and goes on the other side over to the main channel, but I don't feel like getting my feet wet today, and I haven't found a good place to cross. Still looking around though, we'll see. All right, I picked my way through the trees a little bit and found my way to one of the bigger branches of the Flint River here. One of the bigger streams. Back out in the big meadow. It's nice of them to have mowed the actual trail so you don't have to walk through the grass. Ticks have been really bad this year in a lot of the trails, worse than I've ever seen them. And so this helps prevent that from being a problem. I appreciate it. I think we are about to say goodbye to the big meadow here. Didn't see any deer, but I'm a little late for them probably this morning. Didn't get started as early as I wanted. So apparently that other sign I saw a while back, the top part said Deer Run Trail and the bottom part I couldn't read. I think it just said trail. All right, continuing on. In some very open trees here. It's unusual in Alabama to have trees that aren't full of brush underneath, that just have grass. We're right along the edge of the Flint River here. You can see that right there. Just following along it. This is mostly a beautiful walk. Very easy, flat. Lots of good scenery of the river and the creeks feeding into it, and of the forest here. I would recommend taking some bug repellent though. The mosquitoes are a little bit of annoyance if you stop moving. They aren't bothering me too bad, but I hear a horsefly circling around my head too. I don't need a chunk taken out of me by him. So, you've been warned. All right, I think we have reached the northeast corner of the Goldsmith-Schiffman Nature Preserve. Okay, so the bridge is actually just over a little creek that feeds into the Flint River. The Flint River is over there through the trees. You see it? So this is as far as I'm going this way. I'm going to return back and make a loop out of this by taking another trail back. So I believe this is my branch trail. Doesn't look super promising, but it's in the right place. That's where I came up from, and I just came from the bridge back there, so I think this is it. Well, we'll see how this goes. All right, this is looking more promising now. We have come to a Y in the trail here. I think the right answer is to go to the right. I'm not entirely sure. We will find out, I guess. It's so open through here. I can see why this would be a good place to view wildlife. You can see through the trees a long way. I'm sure there are deer hiding out here watching me. With all that good meadow out there for them to graze on. I don't know if you can see it. There's a raccoon there. Just got down on the ground. Just went up that tree. Oh, I went into a hole in the tree. That must be home. See the hole in the tree there? That's where he went. All right, trail's getting a little faint here straight ahead, but people have laid logs across here to tell you you're supposed to go this way. Very good, or I might not have made that turn properly. I just realized, hadn't noticed them before, that there are little orange blazes on the trees here that I think are intended to mark the proper path. So that's good. Hadn't noticed them before though. But I see another one coming up here. Getting into some swampy areas here. Hope I don't have to wade through one of those. But so far so good on the trail. I hear some birds up ahead. A few different kinds. We'll see if we can catch a sight of any of them. Oh, there's an owl. Might be a falcon. I can't see, I'm coming up behind it. Falcon. Look at that. Sitting on the limb there. Getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, but hear it calling? Oh, its mate has just flew through the trees. Wow, very cool. I'll leave him be. That was one of the birds I could hear. All right, well, we've made it through the deep dark woods to another meadow. I'm unsure where the trail is exactly, but and this one's not mowed, so yeah, gonna have to wander through the grass. I'm pretty sure it's off that way though. No trail here, just grass. But my map says this is where we should go. Some animal trails here, deer follow. Another big meadow. There is a belt of trees along the meadow here. I've decided I'm going to try walking down this deer path inside the belt of trees instead of out in the grass. What I was following turned into a swamp, so I'm back out in the grass. Guess I'll just trudge on. I have come back to a mowed patch. Oh, and a little bridge over there. Whew. I'm gonna go along here and see where the bridge goes. All right, we'll go across this little bridge. I can see some fish in the water. I don't know if you can. Little ones. Another nice big grassy meadow. All right, I think I'm going to head back to the trailhead, which I think is this way, back over this bridge. I actually think this is the other side of the lake that we hit right at the start of the trail. Oh, there's a duck. See the duck? There's the duck. We've returned to the road, and the deer run trail where we first started is off that way. And this is the road that leads back to the trailhead over this first bridge. This is a very nice little park, or a nature preserve. I mean, much of it's park-like. That one stretch of deep grass was was challenging, but I can see if you spend some time here early morning or late in the evening, you could see some real wildlife. It's a beautiful place. There's the beaver dam right there. That's creating that lake back there. Those ducks I disturbed earlier are out there across the lake. I can see a turtle sitting on the log across the way there. Hoping to get some warm sunshine, but it's a little overcast today. Oh, he just jumped in. There's a small turtle floating in the water. You see it? There it goes. Well, this has been a beautiful hike in the Goldsmith-Schiffman Nature Preserve near Huntsville, Alabama. I'm getting back to civilization. You can hear construction going on in the background. The city is always growing. It's a good thing that the Goldsmith and Schiffman families had the foresight to donate this land to preserve nature. I sure appreciate it.